Good morning. Good morning.
What's up? What's up?
Thank you, Lord, for a new day. Uh, Before we get started, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. We are just sharing how we trade small caps, and Stephen is with us again today.
What's up? What's
for
up?
Hopping on.
Yeah. Hopefully, I end up in the green from these locates, bro. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. So I got about 40 minutes before I got to get off. So we'll see what's up. I'm actually about to trim a little on THAR right here.
Yeah, I'm in it too. I caught the entry around 555. We haven't seen a lot of multi-day runners recently, so my guess is this does tank today, but time will tell. Time will tell.
Wait, is it a multi-day runner?
No, that's what I'm saying. We haven't seen. So it ran hard yesterday. So we haven't been seeing like 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, very many runners like that.
You did good yesterday.
Yeah, we go through markets where you'll see multi-day runners and stuff. EVOK is getting a little pop here. But I can't get any shares.
You said EVOK?
Yeah. I can't get any shares though.
I'm about to get some. Let's find out.
Before I even get it,
it's $135 for 1,000 shares. Should I do it? What do you think?
I'm looking at the float now. Why is it so hard to get shares on this thing? Yeah, it's got a small float, 1.4.
What is it?
1.4, but that's manageable. Whatever you think, bro. That seems expensive to me.
That is expensive. I just did it. It's fine.
What's the news on this one? I don't see any news yet. Oh my gosh, GXAI from this morning, beautiful retest.
It's not letting me execute.
And you already paid for those shares?
Uh-huh. We're gonna see. Hold on. How much did I pay? How much did I buy? I only bought 500 though. Oh, no inventory. I got rejected. I guess somebody got them before me.
Dang, I sat on the sidelines. Probably should have entered, but not 50% up. So still a nice little pop though. So yeah, I'm in THAR. I'm sitting at 459 on the day. I got pretty lucky on a pop earlier. I forget even what it was. Let me see which. It was CNSP. It's kind of barely moving. CNSP.
Oh, no, I got him. Cool.
Oh man, I shouldn't have closed my CNSP. I closed at $8. Jeez. But low liquidity pop earlier. As soon as I woke up, I just played this. That's the only thing I played today besides THAR. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of multi-day runners recently, so I think it fades. But if it wants to hold over 6, I'm gonna cut and not try to fight THAR today too. Not ready for round 2 with this ticker.
I think it tanks here, like today. What is EV? Where's some? Let me see. Where are we at on, like, what are we touching? Oh, we're in no man's land.
Really?
Probably, yeah, I probably should have waited. I mean,
Has the news populated yet? I haven't even looked on AskEdgar. It's not saying on TradeZero, so I have to pull it up unless somebody's dropped it in the live. EV, went ahead and entered it too.
Did you?
Super small though. Like
Yeah, I'm only in like 300 shares.
I'm only in 2. Announces listing of a patent in FDA Orange Book. These patents have moved a little bit recently, so
yeah, there was one last week that totally just like rocketed.
I went ahead and took my profits. I'm not going to fight FDA and patent news right now, but it probably will still tank some. But I got out in the 790s. Now here it goes.
I love it when you immediately get out of a stock because it always tanks right after.
It's life.
I mean, yeah, dude, you can't be good looking and get all the trading wins. Jeez.
Exactly. You got to keep it fair.
For the rest of us degens.
Yeah, so this one probably is a good play, but since yesterday was a THAR was FDA news, I'm gonna just be careful with this one.
Oh, it was, huh?
And it's not up 50%, so I'm gonna try to stick with my criteria a little bit better today. But I'm already at almost 500, only taking 2 trades, so I've been trading small, but I hope this tanks for you, bro. I hope this tanks for you.
I love that you've been trading small. Well,
I'm just distracted as crap, bro. Like this week was supposed to be focused on trading group, growing Discord, crap like that, and then I get a promotion this week, which is again should be
blessings.
Thankful. Yeah, should be thankful for, but it's just like again, like I was telling you, bro. I was like, so is it blessing or curse? It's just you got to give up one thing for something else, though, you know. So I've been playing light this week.
Well, you know, you don't want to overdo it.
There we go. Look at y'all. Hope you're still in it. You in it?
I am. I got 100.
Go.
I got 100 shares left. I'm just letting it ride.
Let's go.
I was trimming all the way in the 8s and 770, 760. So I'm gonna. I don't know if I should let it tank here, or should I trim the rest of my profits?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think this one goes straight down. This news.
I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, this news is decent. I don't want to mislead you, but
no, honestly, that's probably. I mean, that's well within what I normally do anyway. I mean, four straight red candles in a row, all on the bottom tick. I get out. I mean, that's typical for me.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna like toot my own horn crazy high or anything, but I just cracked 10,000 in the account.
Let's go.
Just cracked 10,000 in the account. So it's a good day already. Hoorah.
Now, since what do you think about THAR right now? Should I trim here? I
trimmed a little already. I've been trimming, so I trimmed in the 527 area, and then I trimmed at 520, 519. I think, hold on. I was on the 1 minute. We haven't broken any major lows. We could bounce up here.
Well, that's what I try to time my exits before the bounces, and it's $5. But honestly, I'm only up like $150 on it, so I am probably just gonna hold all.
So I trimmed a little again. I should have waited until we had the bottom tick. Yeah, because here it goes. So GRO is the other one that I'm in. I'm in small though. We're about to break these lows though, so that's good.
APM. Have you seen that one?
APM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Is it hard to borrow?
Testing receive SLEP approval from New York State Department.
Is it like $30 for 1,000 shares?
I don't know.
$8.
$4. Yeah, I got it. So it's pretty easy to borrow. So I'm gonna pull it up over here. APM. Is there any levels we should be aware of?
Yeah, let me know because I'm about to get into it.
Yeah. Where we're at looks pretty solid. Previous pops to $2, and then there's a pop to 220, and Jesus Christ, a 440. So
okay, well,
got a little
I'm in
range
it.
on it.
I'm in it. If I feel like it's going to start really going against me, I'm going to get out. But I think 220 is a solid level. I think 2 is a solid level, so we'll see what happens. Okay, there we go. All right, now immediately trim.
Where'd you get in at?
2 flat. But I got 2,000 shares because I wanted to add if it pops.
I'm getting out some in the 180s.
I just got out too. I forgot I was literally just on the 5-minute. I don't like trading the 5-minute on this type of ticker. THAR is, what's it doing? Oh, it bounced. I'm getting out on THAR. No point in me being in it.
I've been looking at the comments. Well, in a little bit.
Yeah, sorry guys. When we're trading, that's like top priority. All right, I just got executed in the 210s. Is there any news on it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Their APOE genotyping test receives CLEP approval from New York State Department of Health.
New York State is trash, so I think I really like the way the 1 minute looks, but I don't know. We should get a bounce off VWAP right here.
Yeah, I'm out. I've just been playing it small, but it'll probably tank.
It always does when you get out. Yep. There you go. Just gonna break VWAP and skedaddle out of here.
Okay, looking at the comments now. Pat News, he vote Pat News. Alex, yeah, I saw CNSP. I got locates too, but the low volume and low float scare me off. Now, it made me a little nervous too, but I set all my entries before 9:50, like 9:45 or something, and got like 400 shares filled, and it flushed shortly afterwards. So I made about 400. Joseph, good morning. Alexandru, also EC was a good play. I'm in GRO since yesterday, previous high of 3. Generic, going with the swings.
Got out all out on APM. Maybe if we pop up and we break and then we flush down, maybe I'll re-enter. But
nice. GREO is looking pretty good. Generic.
GREO.
I mean, he said he held it overnight.
Oh, never mind.
He's looking good. APM. Oh, we got that alert. Nice flush. THAR. Yeah, I'm only in 300 shares. I'm just waiting for the full flush. Again, my risk is over 6, so less than well, I got in at 55 cents, so less than 50 cent risk, but the reward could be beautiful. So I'm gonna just hold it. Colin, good morning, my friend.
Oh, he's on?
Yeah, I think he's off in Kentucky though. He's not trading this week. Bro is on crazy win streak though. Generic, let's see, nice trade. Thanks, J Vegas. Cool. Man, APM dip tank. Been a little. So I think another reason why I'm trading a little bit small is, one, I am distracted and like my month's going like too good. You know what I mean? Like I haven't.
You don't want to fuck it up.
I haven't had like the black swan this month because I've sadly been consistent every month where I let one play just really hurt my P&L. Even if I'm green, you know what I mean? It's still significant damage. So I'm sitting over 30K on the month, and I don't want that to change. My new goal, remember I was like, I want this to be my best month this year. My new goal is like, bro, just don't lose it. Don't lose it. End the month strong. I am tempted to take profit on THAR here, though. But I know if I let it ride, it's going to frustrate me if I don't take profit and it bounces.
I got out, bro. I didn't like the way the bounce looked on the 1 minute. So I was like, I don't really need it. Like, it's not really like, I'm not stressing. Like, I made a decent amount on it. Let me just, I'm actually negative $15 on it.
THAR?
Yeah, THAR.
Where'd you get in at? Oh, you'll play the
remember I lost this morning because I was super focused on, well, I couldn't figure out how to get my order executed on AEMD, bro. So I I was trying to get out and it was like, it's just a lot of added stress, but it's fine. It is what it is. Okay.
Boom. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that totally just went.
If it holds over. Nope. Good morning, Ian. I'm in GXAI at 190, sitting on that. I was looking at that one this morning. It looked like it already gave us a nice little pop up because is this the third day? Yeah, third days is usually when they like to pop a little more. It didn't have a very strong red day yesterday. It's kind of a sideways action. Me and Alex both made some money on it because I caught one of these flushes. I don't know if it was a 170 or 165. Thanks for putting that on my radar too. But yeah, another nice little retest here at $2. And you're in at 190? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, Alex, I don't want to put you to work, but you should start looking into the second red day plays, and I know you already are, but like just learn them how they move and stuff because we need somebody good at second red days. Because there's something there. There's some traders that only trade second red days, and I see why because they usually fade. GXAI didn't fade very hard, but so I entered a little bit more of APM at 215.
Yep, I'm at I added more at 220 because I added on the VWAP, but it went against me, so it's fine. But I think we're gonna get a tank here.
Yeah, I'm playing light with this one too, but I got in at 215. So I waited for it, and normally I'll play the front side, but I waited for weakness to fall back below.
Trying to keep the streak going.
Bro, I'm not kidding.
Well, we have there's an area of interest up here at the 210 levels. So, I mean, this is a pretty good area for if it's gonna drop back to VWAP. This would be a good area. Yeah, there's sellers are like stepping in on the bid pretty heavy, and it's just a fight back and forth. The bid is going crazy right now, though.
Also in at 215. Yeah, I don't love it though. I don't. It wants to break a new high. It's respecting this level, but again, I've been playing a little bit more defensive lately, which is probably not a bad thing. We'll see. We'll see what it does here. I'm only in 500 shares though. But Friday, if I see some good setups, I'll go a little bit heavier on Friday because most of y'all know my playbook there. But
I'm gonna have to get out of here soon in the next 5-10 minutes.
yeah, I just closed my position on THAR, and I didn't want to close it though because there's just so much to give back on it. And I actually made it out. I traded THAR like 10 times yesterday, and only one of my trades were red. So somehow
I love that. That's
yes,
what's up.
somehow I was able to dodge, even though it was very bullish on the day. I just waited most of the time. I just waited for extreme moves before I added heavy, at least heavier.
There it goes. Come on, go down to VWAP. Come on.
APM.
Yeah. Just wanted to hit VWAP.
EVOK. Trying to make a VWAP retest here. Oh, it is retesting.
EV okay.
Yeah, I got in at not the best entry, but 759. Hit the like, guys. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, if y'all hit the like, I'd appreciate it. It helps the algorithm find some more shorts. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Getting a nice little flush here. Who put that on my radar? Hello, Joseph. Thank you.
An EV okay?
Yeah, just play a little VWAP retest. I already bailed on APM.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 575 on the day. So funny, just trading so much smaller, but I'm actually happy with it. It's so much less stressful with all this other stress in my life right now, trading smaller.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I just feel a lot more comfortable with my decision making. It's weird. Like I just feel like I'm in my flow when I'm trading this size. Especially when I'm distracted. Jeez, it's been a week. Yeah, APM. I don't even think I'm gonna play this 230, 235 retest. Because that was more just a wick than anything. It might fail here, but what does the year to date look like on this one? Yeah, that's right. So, oh, we got a pivot right here though.
Where at?
228. Might not be a bad entry. Yeah, and it's about to fail off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'm going to probably hop back in around this area. And then if it breaks a new high, I'll get out. I went ahead and added to, and it's 7:30, so we might get some more news, still attention away as well. So I went ahead and got in at 7:20. Yeah, 7:27. Let's see what it does. And a couple hundred shares.
EV okay is playing with my emotions.
What happened to it?
It's curling back up.
Of course, THAR dropped. Of course it did.
I know I got out.
The reason I got out.
Well, I was up to 10K, $500 on the day, and now I'm only at $229 on the day.
Dang.
Yeah, that
What did that? APM?
APM, yeah. It's fine now because we're about to tank right here.
I'm on the 5. Let me see what the 1 looks like.
Oh, you're on the 5 minute?
Usually on the 5 minute, yeah. But the 1 is kind of telling a little bit better story. Looking way more bullish on the 1 to me.
What, on the 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I bet we're about to break highs.
Bro, I'm not even in it.
You got out?
I've been playing bro, I don't know what I was doing. I meant to re-add. I haven't even been in APM, bro. I'm
At
about,
all?
I'm about to sound like a rookie. I've been in I had EVOK pulled up. And every time I said I was adding, I was actually adding EVOK, but it worked out because these were 2 red candles. I just got turned around somewhere. I'm not really sure. But now I might, nope, now I'm not interested. Well, let's see if it flushes here. Either this is an amazing entry or it's about to rip.
Uh-oh.
The risk versus reward is so good right here. So I guess I am going to actually play it like I was intending on.
Hold on. I mean, yeah, I'm in it.
Yeah, I got in it. But if it starts holding new highs, I'm going to just get out. But like I was saying, pretty good risk versus reward at this point. So I was in 500 shares at 234. I'm on trim a little here. Only thing I don't like about playing small is like the scalping feels a lot less lot more insignificant. You know what I mean? These 10-cent moves.
Yeah.
It takes a lot more to add up. So I'm gonna look at the comments. Let's see what we got. See what we got. I'm not sitting in anything right now. Jesus Christ. I wish I would have held on to THAR. Man. That's all right.
Oh, it like tanked.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it was. That's why I took that entry. But I thought it might bounce again, but that's all right. There's a good chance it'll retest 540, and if it does, that might be the play I go heavier on. Because the reward, the risk is, I mean, very defined at $6, and the reward, I mean, this thing will probably tank today. Well, I shouldn't say tank, but it's gonna. Well, it could, but it's definitely going to give some back. I think. We just, like I said, we haven't seen a lot of like multi-day runners, so could it get bullish and run today? Maybe, but we haven't seen a lot of that action.
All right, I'm getting out of here. I got to get ready for work. I got to get out of here in a second. So I'll holler at you later, bro.
Appreciate you.
All yeah.
Right.
Bye.
Let's see. Favorite book on market structure? Probably just a high a day retest. That's usually what I go with. Because, like, again, it goes back to defined risk versus reward. A lot of times they usually flush hard if they fail. And the defined risk is breaking a new high. So if you can get as close to the top as you can, if it breaks, the risk is not very much. But I have a few playbooks in my I uploaded them in the Discord here recently. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, man. We got a few different playbooks, but that one seems to be the most dependable. My favorite's been high a day retest at the end of the day, like from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Because a lot of times they don't have the volume to push to break a new high. THAR would disagree with me yesterday. It made a pretty strong move right here. But again, risk versus reward. So you know when to get out when the 5-minute closes above a new high and it holds. But a lot of times, especially end of day, but we've been seeing more aggressive end of day pops recently. So yeah, if THAR does get back up here though, because this is gonna feel like the one that got away, like a girl that broke my heart or something. If this thing fades without me, it's gonna, y'all know I don't try to be too emotional in my trading, but this is a beautiful setup. Like, it's clearly showing that it's not breaking new highs. So this weakness, this breakdown was expected, but like Alex said, it could be manipulation, it could rage, but again, the market hasn't been giving us a lot of multi-day runners. Like, we've been seeing some crazy hard moves between the S and GX earlier this week, and I have bad memory. I don't even remember the other ones, but GXAI was another one. Like this, everybody and their mama that was long on this thing. I shouldn't say everybody. We got some smart longs that follow my live streams, but I know a lot of people think these are just going to keep running, and that's just not what the market's been giving us. Strong one-day moves, then fades away. Same thing with GXAI. Strong. It had a pretty strong move, and then it's been trading sideways. So odds tell me that's what's going to happen with THAR. Again, I could be wrong, but that's how you got to play these. See what the market's told you about some of these previous runners. So that's why I was excited in this second day setup. But I think it might get back up here. The thing is, 5 is also a key level. So I could enter here at 5. Because you can see it's acknowledged this level, kind of fell, broke through, bounced off of it. So this might actually be where it fails. But I want it here at 540. Is METH a ticker, or is that your drug of choice? Yeah, I don't see meth. I'm in long EVOK from 7. Let's go, bro. Nice job. Man, we getting a lot of VWAP retests on EVOK. What made you like 7? Just because it was leveling out there? That was a good entry. EVOK, it wants to break over this VWAP. I don't think it's going to, though. Okay, here's the $5 test on THAR. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get some entries here. I'm going to play the $5 level. Small, and then I'll add a little bit heavier if it gets to 540. I'm in it. Yeah, that's a good point, Alex. I'm being a little emotional with this trade. I want to be in this one. Because again, not to beat a dead horse, but these hard runners have just not been holding their gains. So, and this one might prove me wrong, but again, this is a game of probability. Find the trends. If it keeps working, you might lose 1 or 2, but if the majority of them fade, you'll be on top. But yeah, I only added like a 300 shares. If it gets up here to 540, I'll probably add double or triple that to move my average up. Because again, I still have a pretty defined risk here at $6. Belling, I didn't play it this time. Yeah, so the only thing I'm really interested in right now is THAR. If we get closer to 8 o'clock and I'm seeing some good press releases come out, EVOK and APM will start looking more interesting. But right now, main focus is on THAR. Y'all know I'm usually in or used to be in 4 or 5 positions at once. Again, I'm playing a little bit more defensive this week, but I've kind of liked it. Still having 4-figure days, but it's not like, I don't know. I've just not been as reckless, and I actually kind of like it. So THAR, we're getting a little red candle here. Bro, why is it? we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on THAR probably till something else catches my attention. Yeah, I'd love to see THAR just make a massive move down at some point, but I'll probably take profits when it gets to the 200. That's an area that just loves to acknowledge, loves the bounce. So, ooh, what was that? APM? We got another little move up. Yeah, I'm not in APM, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. If it's at like these levels at 8 o'clock, and if y'all have been following me long enough, y'all know 8 o'clock is when the majority of the press releases come out. You'll see people lose attention in the 7 o'clock plays, get a little selling pressure on them. But again, previously, y'all know me, I would have played every one of these retests, but trying to be a little more strategic. Too soon to act victorious on THAR, but this is what I wanted to see, a clear rejection. So true story. I used to day trade, started doing meth, got super confident, took big risk, and lost my life savings. I think that's how those stories go with meth. Is it like street meth? Or was it like Adderall or Vivant? Vivents. What was it? Vivents, yeah. Vivant is a type of security. Sorry, I was busy watching for EVOK. I thought that was a fake. Low a day break. They were holding the 696 and taking out any key. No, that makes sense. Yeah, no crazy movers right now. I mean, APM is definitely looking at the 1 minute. Let's look at the 5 minute. But it's, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty bullish looking play right now. It's the thing I do like about it from a bearish standpoint is it is honoring this previous high. Like it's wicking above it, but it can't close. So not the strongest moves, but again, I don't love it right now. So if it gets closer to 8 o'clock and if it's hanging around this level, I'm expecting a flush, or if it's hanging around VWAP, those are my two areas I would like to see. Here in no man's land, I don't want to take an entry at 8, but if it's up here, good chance it could fail, or if we're seeing weakness around VWAP, there's a good chance it could just fell off, but we'll see when that time comes. Not really interested in EVOK. I don't really like the price action. I could just see it doing, you can see it keep bouncing. We got a weird little trend here where every little bounce is getting a little bit higher. So I'm going to just hold off on it. Let's go, Joseph. 195. Good stuff, bro. Yeah, both sides. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too about EVOK. Congrats on making some monies on that bounce. Monies with an S. Congratulations for making money on the bounce, though. I made a little on the VWAP test, but I've been taking profits a little too quick, to be honest. Been securing my wins a little too quick. So yeah, probably going to chill until 8 o'clock. Keep an eye on these 3 plays. Actually, the main ones, I'm going to pull up 2 screens for THAR and APM. Keep an eye on both. It's so tempting to enter right here, but I'm not going to. Let me know if y'all see anything else popping. I don't even have trade ideas pulled up. What's wrong with me? I reset my computer every day now since that one buffering Wi-Fi issue. I still don't even know what the issue was, but and I always forget to pull trade ideas back up. So let me get that pulled up. But for I know a lot of y'all are on the Discord wait list. It's up to like 40 people now, which is pretty impressive. So we've been testing it out this week with the OGs, Circle OGs. APM's making a move up now. Kind of why I was avoiding it. But yeah, now this is looking pretty bullish. But anyways, we've been testing it out this week. Going pretty good so far. And hopefully we roll it out to the Discord wait list. Give y'all an opportunity to join this weekend, probably Sunday. Me and a couple of the moderators are going to meet on the weekend and see what, kind of go over what we want to adjust, change, whatever. But the wait list is still live. It's so much better than Circle, though. That was a bad judgment call when I created it a long time ago. Yeah, Alex, way better, for sure. But glad y'all are part of it. Yeah. And Alexandra, you snuck in. You got to see both sides of it. And congrats, Alexandra. I read your end-of-day recap. You're catching on quick, bro. And again, just stay close to the risk. That's the thing with shorting. Like, I got so bailed out in 2023 and 2024 because everything was fading. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think I'm a good trader, but Also got bailed out a lot. I think I'm a much better trader now, but things just don't fall as cleanly as, especially last year, 2024. I made good money last year because things just faded. Like even like a THAR, like, and you can see it too if you like look at historic pops. Like look at 2024 when you see these pops, they just fade so hard. Like you would just rarely see these end of day pushes like this. So like it was a game that if you just almost held long enough, you would be back in the green. Where our current market, you see a lot of unorthodox price action, and you would see that then because remember, y'all know about drug, my big loss on drug, but it's just very common for a lot of these ticker, even the ones that are like fading, then randomly, like this one was more consolidated, so I'm not too surprised with THAR, but like you'll see some that's like fading the entire day and then just make a random like new high. And so it's just a very tough market. So if you can figure out how to be profitable in this market, shorting, which I still think we have a better edge than the longs, but it's a little bit more fair game the last few months, I think, because if you get trapped in a long, there's been a lot of opportunities to get bailed out. So, but the winter months are usually better for me. Like y'all know, you've heard me say it. Like January, February, I was already up 100K on the year, and like December, I'm just saying this year in December, I had a pretty good month too. So winter months are usually better for shorting. Just they just fall more consistently, I notice. THAR, pretty good entry at 5. Wish I would have went a little heavier, but hindsight's 2020. What do you think of short and PLTR? You're talking about Palantir, right? That's PLTR. I don't listen. So this is how I feel about shorting these type of tickers. Like you can make money shorting these, like on extended moves, but my edge is on trash, fundamentally trash, overreacted pops. That's where my edge is. So there's probably someone better to speak to shorting a PLTR than me. It's just not what I do. I like under 100 market cap, and Palantir, what is it? Probably a couple 100 billion now, isn't it? Yeah, 370 billion. Yeah, I don't know how to trade those. So yeah, I'm just the wrong guy to talk about shorting those. I just don't. I like the moves like THAR that run up hundreds of percent usually.
EVOK.
EVOK. Okay. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. We're gonna get some fake out alerts here, but that means the news is about to come out.
AEMT. YOUL.
I don't really want to take an entry here though. Like I said, there might be something that runs here with the 8 o'clock PRs, but like kind of a weird, like APM's like breaking new highs. So I'm not confident in the money rotation theory on this one. Maybe it flushes, but breaking new highs, it usually doesn't work. The theory doesn't work as good. And I'm not seeing anything really moving right now. Let me know if y'all see something. You're in APM at 244. Yeah, I got APM up twice. Oh, it's in this one. So maybe I was wrong. 8 o'clock, we might get a little bit of a tank here. Let's see. Because I'm seeing ADN pop on my radar. Shot up to 6, but it's only up 16% now. It's making its second move up. I'll pull it up. It's not up as much as I'd like. I would like to see it more in the 50% range, and we're only halfway there. Yeah, guys, I want to see this up a little more. It might flush, and it already is flushing, but I want to see this one up more. A retest of 6, maybe, but I might just miss this one. So let's see where we're at. Do you always look for failing biotech companies? Not always biotech. Honestly, anything that's overhyped. So there's kind of like threefold that goes into this. So obviously, the money rotation theory might have worked. That's a nice little flush. And for y'all that's new, like I just don't hear people talk about this a lot. A lot of times when new PRs come out, like 8 o'clock PRs, things that were previously running at 7 will usually, you'll see selling pressure. And I don't know if that's longs closing, getting in the new hype stock or what, but you'll usually see a little bit of selling pressure. But the reason I didn't enter this one and try to play it was because it was breaking new highs. So this testing a high, I like playing them at 8 o'clock. If it looks like it's about to break a new low, I like playing it at 8 o'clock, because what happens is it gets a little bit of selling pressure, then it breaks a new low. I don't know if longs get scared or shorts add in, whatever, but it'll usually keep trending down for the most part. And even if it's a short-term move like this, I'm not saying this one's a wrap. It could bounce, but you can make decent money just playing 15 cents moves. 1,000 shares, $150 right there. Let's see. So yeah, anything that's overextended and fundamentally bad, I confirmed that with AskEdgar, and doesn't have how do I word this, like exciting PRs. But a lot of the PRs in biotech have been running lately, so especially if they mention FDA. Shorting trash tickers may be dangerous, but shorting big names might be disastrous. Yeah, like I said, there's a strategy there. I don't know what it's just not what I focus on. Appreciate that, Bullet Forge. You seem really wise from a perma bear. I might stick around and learn a thing or two. Bro, yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, man. There's a few longs that are that are consistently on the live, and it's always interesting hearing their feedback too. The goal is just to become a better trader, so I like to hear feedback from both sides. Your trading view is tripping out? But that was a pretty nice little flush here. Where's the attention going? Is ADN still going? Yeah, no, it's popping again. I'll keep an eye on this. If it gets closer to 6, I might enter it. But again, it's still only up 22%. How are the locates? Let's see. Not bad. What's the news? Because it's starting to make a push. Oh, I don't like this one. So, agreement with semiconductor and wireless technology company to test and develop electrochemical gas sensors. I mean, it's really not that great of news. Like they entered an agreement with a semiconductor technology company. I don't know if they're trying to hint that it's like NVDA or AMD or, these big names. But I could also see Longs getting excited about this since it's semiconductors is right up there with, AI and future. Or was it not AI? Well, yeah, AI, but quantum computer, like semiconductors, they're kind of relevant with these industries, but I'm going to pass unless it gets up to 6. Man, EVOK, it wants to get over VWAP. It might too. I'm not sure if it will. I know y'all are probably surprised I'm sitting on my hand on a lot of these plays. I'm usually jumping in everything, but kind of explained it this morning. I like to be honest with y'all. Like the last few months have not been my best trading. Like I've been green 3 out of 4 of the months, but barely green some of those months. So, and I'm up a little over 30K this month. So I'm just going to be careful the rest of the month. I mean, Fridays I'll go heavier because that's my best day, and the end of day fades are my favorite, especially on a Friday afternoon. But I'm not just going to jump into everything right now. So the only thing I'm technically in is, I think, THAR, right? Yeah. Up 200 on it though. So I added, I thought I only added 300 shares, but I added 400 shares at $5. And it's at 450 now, so 196. I'm probably just let it fade to the 200, and then I'll probably take my profit. Yeah, APM is looking mean. I'm definitely not interested in it now. IMRX, I see y'all said something about that. Might have already faded. EDN daily looks solid. Let's see. Oh, good point. Yeah, it's already starting to curl up. So my favorite type of small cap, let me see if EVOK is a good example. That's not a really good example either. Let's see. What's a good one? SGNX. I think it had I think GXAI is actually a good one. So these are my favorite looking daily charts. Like that over time, it tells you it's a trash company. You know what I mean? But with ABN, the fact that it's been bullish for a few days, weeks, and it's over the 200, I don't like that. Talking about no multi-day runners, this is almost a multi-day. I mean, depending on who you ask, this looks like a multi-day runner. We have some red days here and there, but it's pretty bullish for a small cap. Saber, you added EVOK on VWAP. Nice job. Let me pull it up. Bro, you had a roller coaster yesterday. Glad it played out in your favor. For the most part. Could have been worse. Nice flush on ADN. That was, somebody said that. Let me pull it up. Yeah, and this one might fade. Just because I avoid it doesn't mean it's not going to fade. I just have my entry criteria. A lot of times if I get in before 50%, it makes its move to 50%, and then I'm pissed off that I didn't wait for it. So I'd rather miss the play than have to, sadly, do what I do best. It's almost like a double-edged sword. Like I can get out of a lot of crappy entries by sizing up and playing strategically at levels, but it's not always fun playing from behind. So if I can avoid
PTIX.
that, I'll prefer it. PTIX. Oh yeah, we're getting a little pop, very little volume, but it's running. I'll get it pulled up on the screen in just a second. Wow, nice little move. It's up to 50%. Taking a while to secure these locates, but what is going on with this one? Okay, I just entered. I jumped in probably a little. I probably should be focused on these other ones. They might fade because this is getting some attention. Let me see what the news is. Then I'll decide if I want to add. Got a pretty good entry, 345 in 500 shares. Up about $100 on it, but let me pull up some news. And this is why I wait for 50, because once it gets to 50, there's a greater chance that it does this, just starts fading. Man, I miss my take profit. That sucks. I missed it by a cent. Had it at 317 and it got to 318. Oh, it's giving me another chance. Let's see. What's the story with this one? Where are we going? Where are we going? A lot of congestion here, but not like any beautiful levels that I can see. Hope it doesn't get up to the 200. Okay. Phase 2 news. This thing could take off. Oh, but they just announce. Hold on, let me actually read what it says. They advances PT 00114 into multi-dose phase 1 trial, positioning for phase 2. That's not really that great, but let's see how the market responds to it. The market might like it, but I don't think the news is that great. And again, stocks can run on crappy news, but I'm doing my research to see how heavy I want to go into this. Yeah, phase 1 news usually doesn't last. I think that's why they snuck phase 2 in that PR. The verbiage. Because phase 2, phase 3 usually pops a little bit more. But it's starting to flush here. So I took some profit at 326 or 327. I was in 1,000 shares. I added some more on the pop. And I'm gonna sit on these other 500. See what the price action looks like. I'm gonna pull it up on AskEdgar too. By the way, I have AskEdgar link in my description. It is an affiliate link, but their free version is pretty dang good. So I get nothing from that. But if you want to see something, an alternative to dilution tracker, I know a lot of people use it. I like AskEdgar better, and a lot of the people in our group like it better too. Because it has like an AI bot you can talk to. Well, it should be it's not really a bot, but has an AI you can talk to, and it doesn't hide as much behind a paywall. You get a lot more free. But the paid version does have some dope features though. So I got out at so I had 500 orders sitting previously at 318. I barely got filled, so I'm completely out of it now. However, like I was saying, so I'm looking at dilution tracker, medium, surprisingly, for everything. Their cash need is 6.5 months. Offer and availability is medium. So let me see what kind of filings they have. Yeah, they have some S3s and S1s, I see. So it looks like they might have an active at the money too. Let's see. I love at the money. If I see active at the money offerings, I really like that because I'm about to, I probably should have added there. I'm tempted to add at 350 again. Or do I wait to see if it fails first? Let's see. So I added some of the 350s. But anyways, it looks like they have it active at the money. But I like those because even though they don't do announcements, you know how you see the stereotypical like after hours dilution news and the stock tanks. You don't get that with at the money, but with at the monies, they can just like low key, just like slowly dilute, and it adds selling pressure on the stock, so it just pushes it down. Y'all hear me talk about selling pressure all the time. From a short, being someone that's short, that's a good thing. Yeah, they had 100 million. That's a pretty good size at the money offering. Trying to figure out how much of it's left. I'm gonna take some profit here. So I played it from like 350 to 330. It might keep fading because a lot of times if it doesn't break a new high on this pop, they do fade because it tried its retest, failed. We might see a third one, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. So I took profit. Did we see any money rotation? No, people are still buying into APM, so I'm definitely avoiding it now. EVOK broke below that level. I don't know if you're still holding Saber, but if you are, congrats, my friend. THAR, we got a little pop here. Tried to retest 5 again. Couldn't even make it up to it, so that's a good sign. News on PTIX, phase 1 news. You're an APM long 215. Let's go, bro. Let's go. So we Yeah, I don't take very many longs, like very, very rare. But if I see a nice little setup, I'll take it sometimes. But I mean, the name's Bear of Wall Street is pretty self-explanatory, but a few people in the group take longs occasionally, but I try to stick with what I know. The funny thing is I'm decent at predicting which stock is going to run, but my entries are not great. I'll usually get like stopped out before it rips. It takes more than just knowing it'll go up. Man, APM. What level do we play this one at if we're interested at some point? Honestly, this wick kind of scares me because it tells me that it can go to 440, you know? And this wick tells me it can go to $7.50. So yeah, be a little cautious with this one. Because look, it was actually trading at a lower level than it was. It was trading at like, what's this? Well, I guess it had a couple of days of running up first, but $1 something, then it goes all the way to $8, 7.5. So I'm be a little cautious with this one. And again, maybe the float was smaller then and a lot can happen. You know, maybe they've diluted since then, probably. But it has a history of making some crazy moves up. So I'm gonna be careful with it. Yeah, y'all keep talking about GXAI. Let me see what y'all. Oh, so PTIX breaking new highs. Glad I didn't re-enter here. What was I looking at? Oh, when should I pull up? EVOK looks like it's dead, so I'll just pull it up on this one, this tab. Ooh, 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 ooh. Man, every time it attempts to get over 2, it fails hard. Yeah, this one's tempting to play. Especially, I mean, there's a play here, and again, this isn't financial advice, but I'm interested in this 2 to 206 level. It's not a bad level. And then if it breaks a new high, you just get out. Or I just get out. Because again, not financial advice. I'm just letting you know how I think through these, but yeah, not a bad setup. Only thing that makes me nervous is it's the third day, and third days. So usually with these plays, you'll see a nice bullish move the first day, second day, a little bit of fade. And if it was a ticker that got a decent following or whatever, there's a chance it could retest highs on the third day, but so I'm gonna probably hold off on it. But this is probably not a bad entry. So yeah, still only in THAR. I'm sitting at 776 on the day. Again, I'm playing light, guys, but I like the consistency lately, just playing small, not stressing. Y'all that's been in the group, y'all know what's going on this week. I just got a lot of, I don't know if it's opportunity. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but I am distracted this week, so I'm gonna keep playing small. Because what's frustrating is when I get in a big position and then I get pulled away. Because I still have a job, W-2. that no matter how hard I try to get away from it, it's still here. Yeah, PTIX looking pretty bullish. So what's some levels on it? Where is this thing going? Man, I got to figure out why it automatically thinks I want to do this. Maybe I need to y'all know I'm not very good at TradingView, but I don't get every time I try to move it. So if it gets up here, so if it gets up to 493, these are my favorites. So somebody asked about playbooks earlier. This is one of my favorite playbooks. Whenever it tests the 300, or sorry, the 200 daily. But there's caveats. So this one would be a good candidate because one, it's right by $5. $5 is psychological level. We see that with, what is it, THAR right now? And we're getting another, I might add right here, honestly. I'm gonna make it prove it's gonna break past $5 because I don't think it has it in it. So before I go on my rant about $5, dang, the locates are pricey on this thing now. Anyways, added to my THAR position. But what I was saying was with PTIX, I don't know if it's going to get up here. But if it does, I'm very interested. It's close to $5 psychological level. And usually the 300 daily test, it works better if it's a good 100% away. You know what I mean? Like, it'll fail here sometimes at 50%, but the more drastic the move it takes to get there, the higher the probability it usually fails. So again, that's a massive move. If it gets up there, that's a crazy play, but I'll be very interested. One, $5, two, 200 level at 493, and three, it's just, it takes a drastic move to get there. So that's how I'm looking at it. I added a couple hundred shares here at THAR, so hoping it fails here. I'm going to take APM off the screen. I doubt many of us are shorting that right now. And if y'all are braver than me. Nice fell on GXAI. Probably should have got an entry there. I could see this flushing back to 200. Maybe it keeps fading today. But it is the third day, so just if y'all are in it, just don't forget that a lot of times we'll see it doesn't always test the previous high, but I wouldn't be surprised if it got to like 220, but it's really acknowledging this 206 level for whatever reason. And two, like, it's just ever since day one, it has not been able to hold over two. So that's a good sign. Probably should have been going heavier with THAR. Only added 200 more shares at 495, but looks like it's going to flush again. Oh, man. Let's go. PHAR. Not a very exciting one to watch, so I'll pull up PTIX. Yeah, PTIX. No, sir, not interested till it gets up to 5. This might be the runner on the day. Is it still in attention from 8 p.m. now? Maybe a little bit, or maybe this is just a healthy move back to 9 to bounce off of it, but PTIX looking crazy bullish right now. What the 1 minute looks like. Yeah, 1 minute is very bullish. These are the ones that made me a little nervous because if you get in, like let's say you wanted to play the test of $4, or let's just say you got in at 380, it's not giving you a good opportunity to like get out of it, you know? It's just like going straight up. Because the good thing about APM, for the most part, it makes a move, then it comes back to the 9, makes the move, come back to the 9. Or PTIX, like if you get trapped in it, it's not really giving you a good opportunity to get out, break even, or we'll see one though. But as of right now, it's been going straight up. Good morning, Fran. Happy to see you on. Yeah, no, maybe it is. Maybe it is, but the news is just subpar. But like I was saying, just because I think it's not that exciting news doesn't mean it's not going to run. But phase 1 usually doesn't have the steam that phase 2 and or the momentum that phase 2 and phase 3 news has. Here's a little flush. Let's see if any of y'all were in it. But again, it's all about markets. You know, most traders, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of people don't care about the news. I've seen on X and Webull chat and stock tweets and all those places, like people will get hyped over the most garbage news. There's somebody right now saying that PTIX will go to $100 or $10 or $20. I guarantee it if you pulled it up. So does it? Really nice little flush though. Is Ross in it, Fran? Or is Ross, does he say things like that? I'll get through a live stream one day without Ross's name coming up. Not today though. He's betting it'll go up. He's a smart guy, probably will. Yeah, if he's in it and his followers in it, there's a good chance it'll probably bounce here off VWAP. Oh, it was a joke, Fran. We joke about Ross. Like I could care less. I respect him. Try to respect everyone. Speaking of respecting people, do I even want to get into this? So in October, I'm actually flying out to LA. Somebody's been sliding in my DMs trying to get me to do an interview with him. And I think I'm going to take him up on it, depending on where my head's at in October. But I was on his live stream, and y'all know I'm pretty honest with y'all. Once I lock it in, I'll share like more details. But I'm trying to be a little bit more low key, to be honest. Like I like live streaming and stuff, but interviews, like I don't know if I'm one, deserving of that. Two, if I want more attention with everything going on. But the point of bringing this up was I was on one of his like Instagram lives, and somebody brought up Stephen Duck's like $10 million trade, and homie threw so much shade. Like, I'm just like, bro, like, don't be jealous, man. Like, let's support each other. Like, so much shade. I'm just like, bro, that was it was that BMNR trade where he made like $10 million on the trade. It's like, bro, how can you not applaud him? So try to be respectful. So long story short, Ross, like I've told y'all before, I think it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy when you have a big following and you trade low float stocks. But he made his name before he had a following too. He was a good trader. So I think it just gets easier now, but he's a beast. Yeah, he was hating on Stephen Ducks. I'm like, bro, like, how can you hate? Like, yeah, I can't even remember what all he was saying, but just like, it's not the vibes I care for. And I'm not gonna pretend to be like I throw shade sometimes, but it's usually deserved. Not at somebody that just made a $10 million trade. Like, how do you throw shade at that? So this is a solid retest, guys, but it's blowing past it. Yeah, this is that VWAP. I'm not gonna pretend like I called it because I didn't enter it. It's easy to make calls and then claim it after it makes the move. But yeah, this thing could run. But it's actually getting me excited because, again, trading's especially with indicators and entries. Like, I like the 200, but if I have another, like I was saying, kind of walk through my thought process with this. Like, I would play this with just the 200. Like, but the fact that it's around $5, if you can stack like multiple reasons or a thesis for why it might fail, it only just, you know what I mean? Like, it only helps. Like, could it still bust past this? Absolutely. But the fact that we have the 200 at $5, it's going to struggle to get through this. And it might. I'm not saying it's not, but it's going to acknowledge it. I guarantee it. Between 5 and the 200, it's going to pull a little hezzy, maybe fall or keep going, but there'll probably be an opportunity right there. Anthony, yo, Bear, how much have you made in total? 7 figures, my friend, over 2023 and 2024. Personal, I was actually trading better than I was trading on Bear Wall Street. But since I created Bear Wall Street, I'm about, since June of last year, somewhere in the 200s. The sad thing is, I'll be honest, I try to be honest with y'all, I've been in the 200s since February. So, or January, whenever I had that Kimfo interview, I forget what it was, maybe it was February, but I've traded sideways a lot the last few months. Like I said, green for the most part, but this has been a tough market for me. I like to be honest. And I can't sadly validate the 7 figures because it was in my personal account. And once I created the entity, I closed it in June, not thinking I was ever going to be public. Just thought it was over. I got an LLC now, so I'm going to trade under it. So I like just talking about since the Bear of Wall Street. So I made 200, a little over 200 since June of last year. But the last 4 months have been, I'll be honest, been a little rough for me. I've had good months. I've let Black Swan events hurt me though. So that's why I'm trying to be a little more. I'm up 30K on the month, and I've been up 30K a few times. And then I let 1 or 2 bad decisions, me getting reckless, just blow it all up. Blow it all up. But yeah, 2025 has not been my best year trading, but it's a tough market. That's why I keep saying, like, if y'all can figure out this market where they fight back way more than I've typically seen the last 2 years, when it gets slow, develop the skills now, because when it gets slow, it's a lot easier to make money on these things. I'm not kidding. The benefit this time, though, is there hasn't been as many multi-day runners. So I think I was used to seeing a few. So if you pick the wrong ticker to hold overnight, the next day you might. That's kind of how I took most of my losses previously, was trying to do multi-day swings, and then they were bullish the second day, third day, and I'm trapped in it. But I don't put myself in those scenarios anymore. And honestly, this would probably be the time to put yourself in those scenarios, because we just don't see very many multi-day runners anymore. But yeah, the last few months have been a little tough on me. But it's been honestly, going public has been easier said than done, because I'm accountable for my trades. People can see what I'm trading. CJ, Duck's literally the GOAT. He is the GOAT. No, I think he's a beast for sure. Justin, I think you're right. 200 has been difficult for PTIX to break. And when it does break, it flushes. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here's a good example. One day it held above it, but it's definitely acknowledged this level in the past, as you can see, flushed above it. And sometimes you'll see a move like this. And this is the hardest part about the 200 is, like, so once it approaches it, I like playing front side. So it's tough to know how much to let it run, because look, it ran, it was at 790 and it got all the way up to like 860-ish. So a lot of people would have stopped out. So probably a better strategy is waiting for the fail, see where it is topping out at, and then make an entry. But again, I'm a front side trader. I'm trying to play more of the backside, but I've changed a lot this year. I'm not trying to change everything. But in 2023 and 2024, I did have some bad, how do I put it? Some bad risk management. There's a reason why my win rate was 90%. It's because I didn't stop out as much as I should have. Now my win rate's more like in the 75, 80%. Probably more healthy.
Rent.
I'll pull up in just a second, guys. I'm getting my locates. Or seeing if I want locates. Interesting. Look at this, 200. Speaking of the devil, 650. There's probably a good move here. You know what I mean? Entry. But I'm gonna wait. Y'all heard my thesis. I'm having a good month. I don't want to ruin it. I've been one or two bad decisions have messed up my month recently. So playing small and waiting for 650. What did you do when you were trapped in a stock? Average out. Because like I said, they used to just all fall. Like, I would cut losses if it got out of control sometimes, but yeah, I would just hold on to them for the most part. And if I saw weakness, I would add to them. It wasn't like blindly adding, but if I saw weakness, I would add. But you know how small caps, they're manipulated, they can fake you out. So just it was an easier market. I think I'm a better trader now, but it's just a tougher market. Just get a lot more fake outs. But I mean, look at the stock market. You know what I mean? So 2023 and 2024, the overall market was a lot different. In 2024, we did break new highs. Don't get me wrong, but this bullish. But 2023 was a pretty ugly year. But 2025, this bullish momentum where like jump in or get left behind type of mentality, even with these big investment firms, like a lot of them think we're over-evaluated right now. But just because you think we're over-evaluated, and we are, the Warren Buffett indicator shows we're at historic levels of over-evaluated compared to GDP and things like that. But the problem is, that's cool and all, but if you're not in the market right now, you can get left behind. And these investment firms that hold our 401ks or private investments or whatever, everybody's back in the market. It's bullish. If not, you'll be left behind. So it's just been, I think it affects small caps more than I realized, to be honest, because I wasn't shorting stocks in Trump's first term. So I don't know much about if this is typical small cap behavior under him. But it's a little different. It's a little different market. That's just the best way I can describe it. They just don't fade as much or as quick. And they recover a lot. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my evaluation. So I respect it very much what you do. Trading is a lot of stress. Trading publicly, it's just a hell of a stress. No, it's honestly, I'm like a pretty, like, y'all know my past with like the brain injury and some other things I've had to battle through. So like, how do I put this? Like, I've been tested, you know, we all get tested in our own ways. There's people on live that's been tested way more than me, you know what I mean? But going live and everyone seeing your trades on Kimfo, I didn't feel like it bothered me, but then when I would make a stupid trade, I would think like, man, if somebody looks at that trade, they're gonna think I'm a clown. So there's something to it. There's something to it, being live. I like front side pre-market 200, catching wick down during market hours. That makes sense, Alex. I might look into that more because I play it front side no matter what. Volume is high in the market for APM. Yeah, it's funny because y'all probably think I'm unpredictable because there's been so many lives where I've been in like 4 or 5 trades at once, and now I'm only in like, I'm not even trading the momentum ones. I'm trying to trade the ones that I'm thinking people will forget about, like THAR. But I just don't like any of these setups, and I'm not going to force it. Rent, that little spike up might have been not a bad entry, but I want to see it get a little higher, and it might not get there, and I'll live with that. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. What I do when I was trapped in a stock? Poorly managed it usually, but it used to work out. When it rotated to 4+ times, it had 4 to 5 million volume candles during market hours. Already has 3. Ooh. Took profit on GXAI on recent flush. So the GX, I'll pull it up on this one. I'll pull it up right here. GXAI. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was a solid flush. Good job, bro. Yeah, I would love to. This would be a good one. If this was Friday, for example, these retests, I'd probably be more tempted to hold it and just see if it fades. But since it's only, Thursday? it's probably smart to take profits on those moves down. It's always an internal battle for me. Like, do I hold and let it just like go back to where it started, or do I take profits at like key levels? And my thesis lately has just been like take profit at key levels. These things are like, going back to what I was saying, it's a tougher market. They just seem to reverse more than they used to. Or maybe I'm just playing the wrong ones. I don't know. But the ones I try to hold to go back down to where it started is like get faked out like crazy. Like MBY, like that's a crazy one. What is it doing today? This thing pissed me off yesterday. I was finally fading, well, a little, but like look what it did. Like it went to like, what was this, $1.02? It falls to 80 cents. And maybe there's an indicator I don't see or a level that I missed, but like just completely reverse that 80 cents. And then just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's hard to predict the price action sometimes. Like I would have never guessed, and I made pretty good on this move, but I tried to play it yesterday, probably break even, to be honest. I was expecting it to fade. It could fade today, looking pretty weak. But yeah, it's just a little bit more unpredictable price action than I'm used to. Zach, same on the long side. Aside from like one every few days, they just come down all the way down before going back up. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to really nail down the price action lately. But again, that's got to adjust to the market. But I'm looking forward to the winter. So my goal is to survive until then. The part that's frustrating is I'll go like majority of the month doing well, and then like, what was it last month? VAPE. I got caught up in a stupid play and then lost a decent amount on it. And then just like had a emotional breakdown, I think, and just started trading like a lunatic and lost way more that day. So just got to control those moments. Appreciate it, Alex. It really means a lot, bro, because you're OG. You've seen I guess the hardest part is since I went public, my trading hasn't been peaking. But when I was private, like, bro, but I think I needed it. It probably was a humbling. So maybe I'd be more arrogant if I didn't struggle the last few months. I don't think I was arrogant, but it's never a bad thing to get humbled. Yeah, I kind of scanning through all these. I don't love any of them, guys. I don't want it to be a boring live stream, but I'm not going to force a trade. Just not very many. Besides the THAR I'm in, I might wait to play into day stuff after APM. And what was the other one? There's one other one. Oh, was it PIX or something? PTIX? Yeah, PTIX. So yeah, if this gets up to, I'm gonna set an alert if it gets up to probably 480 to let me know, or 475 to get it on my radar, and then I'll play it around this level. APM, I'll probably check back after 12 to see if I start seeing some weakness for a potential end of day fade. Rent, I'll get into this one if it gets up here to the 650 where the 200 is. And THAR, I just keep adding when it goes to $5. So that's kind of my plan with this one. Take profit at the 200. I'm not in very heavy because I still think there's a chance it could test VWAP again. So I got some bullets on the sideline for that. But yeah, that's kind of how I see things this morning. Fran, never a good idea to force a trade. This really is what trading is like, a waiting game. Yeah, no, I created some bad habits in 2023 and 2024. I used to trade almost everything. And it worked, but different market now. So I'm going to be a little bit more picky. PTIX breaking VWAP, definitely some weakness now. So now that it's broken, and the way I look at this is, so see this level right here? Now that it broke that, if it does make another pop up to like 420, it could be a potential entry. And if it gets up there, I'll evaluate it then. Or it could flush here too, by the way. There's always that opportunity. I mean, that chance. But I think there might be another little pop, but it does. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. But I do like that it's a little bit lower low on this move. So not much, but a little bit. And on the 1 minute, it technically closed above it. So it could hit VWAP right here and just fade. What I think will probably happen is it'll test 420 and potentially just keep showing weakness, but it could keep ripping. And market open is in 30 minutes, and anything can happen at market open. Like bullish stocks become bearish, bearish stocks become bullish. So learn to expect anything. Let's see the comments. Twisty Twist Pro 30K. Yeah, I know it's been a pretty solid month this month, but appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I usually have my TradeZella pulled up. Let me see. Again, this is more for transparency, not to like flex, because again, I am. It's been a struggle for me for a little bit, but here's the breakdown. So one red month, one red day right in the middle. And you can see this week I'm trading a little bit lighter. One like barely 4 bigger days, but try to go heavier on Friday. So this Friday I'll probably go a little bit heavier. But yeah, no, off to a pretty good start. 31K now for the month. And again, I gotta close it. Just gotta close the month. APM, a nice little retest. Jeez. It's interesting between, oh yeah, so this actually might not be a bad entry. This might not be, and I'm not the best at playing like this move. I like to catch it on the actual pop, but it's probably about to flush. I'm not meaning like clean. It could, do some like crazy, like, just this type of action, but, or maybe even come back and test VWAP, but yeah. Oops, I don't remove my levels, but I wouldn't be surprised if it fades here. But again, like I said, I'm not the best at playing like the downside. Like I can play them on like the pops. I feel comfortable doing that. Like if I would have took an entry here at VWAP, but Steven, the guy that was on earlier, he's pretty good at playing these. But whenever I enter on a red candle, like the next one's usually green, and I'm just like pissed off I didn't wait for the green candle. So, yeah. Brand, just my luck to get in when the market is tough. The good thing is that it's a cycle that repeats itself, and anytime it can go back to being a better market for shorters. Yeah, no, I think so. And I'm not the only one that says this. There's this dude, I forget what his name is. He's one of these Tim Sykes guys. Who isn't a Tim Sykes guy though? And he like takes off in the summer, and he shorts. So he historically does worse in the summer. And he just takes off, like he travels the world. Pretty cool. New trader here. Gladys started end of last month. Now I get to learn different kind of market. Yeah. And that's the advice I give people. Even Steven, we see how he's a beast recently. But I even give that same advice to him as like, bro, just don't forget market changes. You got to sometimes adjust your strategy. Not completely, you know what I mean? You don't have to change who you are as a trader, but we're getting that flush I was talking about. Should have jumped in it. But you do have to tweak some things, especially in small caps sometimes. But even other like options, stocks, almost all equity, or I mean, all forms of trading. Appreciate it. Twisty twist. But yeah, the funny thing is there's more people last month, more people in the group had better months than I did. Yeah, there's quite a few. Raven, Alex, CJ, you probably did too. Colin, Martin, like it's not just me. A lot of people had better months than me. I'm probably forgetting some people. Yeah, Alex is crazy. No, the same thing happens to me, bro. Same. So I kind of like we talked about this before, that kind of pyramid concept. So where every time it pops up, so like I should have entered here, and then if it makes another move up, enter there. Then if it pops up again, enter there. And then every time it pops up, and you can take profit when it goes back down, or you can just keep stacking. But it's been a hard market to do that because so many's been reversing. So I've done it where it like pops and then I add, then it goes down, pops, then I add, and then it goes down. And then when it reverses, and then you went from just like being super profitable to now you're red. So I haven't gotten the pyramiding down yet. So I like to add on the pops, take profit, add on pops, take profit. So, but when that pyramiding technique works and it goes all the way down, I bet you make a killing, but I haven't really been that successful at it. So I just take profits. But yeah, so PTIX, talking about taking profits. So if it, or entries, if it gets back to VWAP, I'll probably be interested. I don't know if it'll make it up there again. I mean, by market open, anything could happen. It could break a new high and be the runner of the day, but I might enter if it tries another VWAP retest. And even this level might not be bad, this 370 level, because this is what I was telling y'all. The news is phase one news. It usually doesn't last as long. And again, that doesn't always matter because things just get bullish and momentum and people will trade it. But phase one usually, I don't know if I've ever seen a phase one news be the runner of the day now that I think of it. I'm sure it has if there's nothing else, but it's kind of weak news. Phase two, phase three, FDA approval, that usually hits a little harder. It's looking like it's wanting to stay under the 9 now, but I wanted to see a little bit more of a pop. I feel like I'm just commentating. I'm not even hardly trading today. I think I'm a little too cautious. I go from one extreme to the other, I swear. But I haven't really seen any A plus setups I love today. Like I said, if what was that APM? No, PTIX was to get up to the 200, I would have went heavier there. Or was it PTIX? Oh yeah, I got that level removed on accident. I think it was like right here. I think, yeah. So I would have went heavier there. APM, rent. There's no really A plus setups, and THAR is just going to stress me out all morning, I think. I was hoping it would fade a little bit more before market open because I could definitely see it testing VWAP again, but most of these second days have been fading. So I think it'll flush down, if anything, at market open. Take profit around 4 since the 200 is creeping up. At like a whole level, I usually try like 403 or something. I notice a lot of people will put like their exit at like exactly 4. And it's just like, bro, like just do it a little before that because it takes a lot more to break 4 than to break $4.03. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it'll get to 4 and then like bounce. So I usually set my covers a little before a whole number so it gets to it. And you'll see me do that with entries. Like if I want to play $6, I'll do like $5.97 or something. Just to ensure I get an entry. Yeah, I might waste 3 cents, but I hate when I don't get a fill. Anyways, back to the comments. See what y'all are saying. Random, but while we're talking shop, any thoughts on AI potential effects on trading? That's a good question. Probably a deep question. I'm happy to see this THAR fell again, but again, like I said, I'm only in 400 shares and I'll add more if it gets to 520. I think it's going to struggle around 5, but again, there's been a lot of opportunities to add right here. I haven't taken any profit because what I'll probably end up doing is setting like a stop above highs somewhere over here and then just letting it fade throughout the day. or seeing if it fades throughout the day. But back to AI. So, I mean, I think it's ignorant to think AI is not going to consume like all aspects of our life. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, it already affects mine a lot. And don't really know. Algorithmic trading is already so big of a thing. Then you throw AI, and then we're flirting with, the technology of quantum computers soon. So it's kind of scary, kind of exciting, but I think it's just going to be one of those tools that we just the people that learn how to use it appropriately will probably like do very well, very well. But it's like one of those things. It's like AI is like another tool that kind of reflects human behavior back at us. It can amplify like laziness, or it can like amplify hustle. So we'll see. We'll see. So to me, it's not really about AI replacing us as trading. It's about like AI more exposing us. Are you the type to learn the tools and adjust, or you're the person that's just going to be like anti-AI and get left behind? So it'll be interesting. But it's ignorant to think it's not going to affect the market. I don't know how it's going to, but if there's cool tools out there, I'm going to try to use them. But this does feel like something AI could like, because I've even looked into it, like training like bots to trade like you. You can like load your data to it, load all I have historic, since June, I have over 4,000 trades I could load into a, not really a bot. I forget what the term's called, but where you can, the teaching, the learning, whatever, and teach it how you trade. And like, it's weird. It's kind of dumb to think that it could be better than us. You know what I mean? Because it sees things that I don't see. Like sometimes I take entries and I should have waited because the 200 was 50 cents away, but I got too excited, where it probably wouldn't have made that mistake. Or like Steven, for example, he's kind of having to rush trading because he only has like an hour before he goes to work. Like, so it probably does increase his probability of jumping in something too early, where if you have an AI going in the background, seems like a luxury. But now but macro level, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a good high thought though. PMAC trades, not gonna lie, you got me thinking about the dark side. It seems easier at this point. Bro, yeah. No, AI could be, I think there's a good chance it gets very dark. I just don't like to be a doomsdayer, but yeah, no, there's plenty of indicators, and y'all probably seen interviews with that godfather of AI, and then like people that worked for OpenAI like leaving and like starting like, what's that one guy? He was like one of the head people at OpenAI, and then he left because he was concerned about safety, and then he created like a AI safety company or something. Like that tells you where his head's at. And it's not really what we do with it, United States, Europe, places like that, but like, what is AI in the hands of the wrong people? That's what gets a little scary. ILYA. Somebody put it in the chat. I'm having a hard time pulling it up. Let's see. Is that a ticker? ILYA, or are you telling me I love you? Oh, that's his name. That's the guy who left OpenAI. Okay, did I butcher that story, JT? Oh, THAR. I'm about to add to my entry here. Dang, the locates are pricey. I might actually pass for 500 more shares. It's over $100. I hate when I'm in this situation where I want an entry and the locates are too pricey. I've been so patient this morning in the one trade I did take, but looking like it might reverse. But let's see if it fails here. Definitely thought that was a ticker, bro. JT. I was like, I can't find ILYA. BG, I missed your comment. AI would be a good wingman, calling out levels and such. Bro, I know. We'll see it soon, though. I mean, we're already starting to see it. Trade Ideas has like some AI features built into it, and they keep adding it. The link that's in my description, I use for Scanner. I only use it for the Scanner, but they've integrated ChatGPT to it recently, and they've already had like AI Holly and other things. So they'll probably be at the front of the movement. Man, I want to enter here so bad, but I can't pay $110 for 500 shares. Should have got some earlier when they were cheaper. I usually get back up, but they were already pricey earlier. So that's like the dilemma. Do you pay for locates and sit on them when they're pricey? It's hard for me to do that. I notice if I pay a lot for locates, I almost always enter, or I always enter because like, hey, I paid $50 for these locates. I got to use them. Sometimes it causes me to jump in a little too early. Okay, PTIX, what's it doing? Yeah, talking too much. There's a VWAP retest right there. Probably not a bad play because I think it's looking like it might just keep fading down. Kind of going back to what I was talking about with the pyramiding. Where we're seeing like, entry here. Every time it pops, keeps going down, but easier said than done. Rent. Generic, you still in rent? Or I don't even know if you're still on. So like I was saying, I played kind of light today. I just didn't see a lot of like just beautiful setups that I liked. Sitting at a little over 700, unrealized, I'm down $80 on PHAR, but I still expected to fade today. And if I'm wrong, I'll cut if it breaks a new high. I've been trading, and a lot of y'all know this in the circle and now the Discord group. I've been like kind of sitting out the 9:30s when I can and just kind of jumping back in the market around 2 p.m. I know everybody can't do that, but kind of playing the backside of the move more, like seeing if the end of day things fade. And I'll probably end up doing that again today. But for people that like playing market open, AEMD filed S1 yesterday. Oh, they definitely will. That's interesting. Yeah, they most definitely will. It's the only reason to file a S1. Looking at the turnaround time after S1, I forget. I don't think you can do it immediately after S1, but let me see. Yeah, it takes a little while. I need to dig into the dilution. I mean, I'm relatively knowledgeable with some of this stuff, but I should really, I need to master the dilution stuff a little bit better because I know it high level, but I don't know it's super granular. And there's some people that trade just solely based on that. Well, I shouldn't say solely, but it's a big part of their trading strategy. Trying to time those dilutions. What was your strategy as a long trader? Bad. Yeah. To be honest with you, the only time I was profitable going long was sound like a clown telling this story, but if any of y'all know Zip Trader, so this dude used to, bro, he used to post, if you were in his Discord group, he would post the tickers that he would pump on his YouTube videos before he would put them on YouTube. So, like, I would just go heavy on them things, and then when the YouTube videos post, like, I would just, like, once it got to a level I liked, I would close. I made in 2022, I made a little over 50K doing that, and then I think he got in trouble or he stopped doing it, and that was literally the only time I was ever profitable long. I'm not a good long trader. Like, I'm better now because I'm very strategic with it. But, you know, if I go into the market every day trying to find a long position, I'm gonna rush one. So I wasn't a successful long trader. The only thing I've been successful at with trading is selling options, which I do that with my will strategy. And I don't talk about it much because it's just what I do with my profits from trading. I have a percentage I put into precious metals, percentage I put into crypto, percentage I put in long-term stocks that I use the will strategy on, things like that. Try to just diversify. And then a lot of it goes into real estate. I'm over leveraged in real estate, honestly. So that's the only thing I do now is basically sell options and short because I'm not a good long trader. I would love to lie to you, but I'm not. No, that's a good call on AMD. I was behind the scenes. I've been looking at it, not on the screen. I've been looking at it on my phone. Trying to see if it like pops up. That would be a good one. I'll probably set an alert. Yeah, I'll probably set an alert if it gets back up to 195 to notify me. And I would probably jump into that one. And that's kind of what I do too. I'll elaborate on that. Sometimes if I already have the locates, I'll set up and I always forget what this order is called. What kind of order is this? And I can't, the reason I'm not just pulling it up is because I got my mobile pulled up, and TradeZero won't let you pull up TradeZero on your computer and your mobile at the same time. It's kind of weird. So I'm just going to Google it really quick. It's like OTO or yeah, it's called a OTO bracket order. So I don't do this a lot, but if I already have the locates, sometimes I'll do like I think it's called an OTO. One triggers the other. Yeah. Where I'll set an entry. So let's say I want to get in at 2. I usually do it at the top, like a retest. So I would set an entry at like 208. And then once that order triggers, it immediately sets another trigger order to say, like, I want to stop out if it gets to 216 or whatever. I don't do that a lot anymore because, like, I talk about it a lot, how I like to see the 5-minute candle close above the high. And the reason why I don't do the OTO orders often is because I end up putting the stop way higher than I should, because a lot of times you get all those fake out wicks where do the retest and then it's like a liquidity grab where it'll just like hit everybody's stop losses. And so I quit doing that as much, but it's nice when it works because you can set like a range order if it gets back to a certain level. You don't have to really monitor it. But it's nice when it does work, when you get like a clean retest and you don't even have to be looking. You get filled and then you have a stop at like 220. So you might only risk 10 cents. But if it fails, they usually fail hard. So this feels like this would be a good play for that. Even PTIX. AMND is fading, though. I don't think we'll get that opportunity, Alex. Yeah, a little disappointed I didn't play more of these tickers this morning because none of them's really running that hard anymore. And PTIX just keeps giving us opportunity. But it's so close to market open in 2 minutes. I'm just going to focus on THAR. And if the other ones pop or I see something I like, I might play them. Good luck, guys. Market opens in 1 minute. I'm probably not going to stick around long after market opens. VELO, is this a new one? There's a lot of stocks that are moving, but not over 50%. That's kind of my criteria. THAR looking like it's getting ready to... I wish I could have got those entries, but I wasn't paying over $100 for locates for 500 shares. That's ridiculous. Anyways, good luck, guys. Everything you're in, hope it goes your way. Even you longs. Okay, we're getting a nice little flush on THAR. I want to see a cleaner flush, though. Let's go, baby. Only thing is the first move is usually a fake out move, and it was. Let's take a peek at all these. AMD, APM. Oh, PTIX. I'm going to enter here. I'm going to enter here. I have locates. Play the VWAP retest. Keep a tight stop, though. Relatively tight. I should pull up THAR with this one. These are 2 plays I'm in. Don't do me wrong, PTIX. Jumped in too early with PTIX. This might be a high day retest. THAR, come on, bro. Don't do this to me. I want to get this on 5. Okay, PTIX, flush. I'm going to take some profits here. Nice. And I'm holding a couple hundred more shares. If THAR just decides to flush, it'll be a good morning. I'm not going to play this PTIX move. I'm going to wait to see if it gets to high a day. Actually, probably won't even play it at a high a day. I'm going to wait for that 200 before I enter now. Caught the flush on the VWAP, but I'm going to wait. I might miss it. It might fail here at $4. It might fail at 420. But I'm, what's APM doing? Yeah, we haven't figured out what's going to be the runner on the day yet. So PTIX is still a potential candidate because APM, it might be this ticker, but PTIX honestly looks like it wants to make a move up. Oh, I'm having to sit on my hands to not play this stock. I'm going to get an entry here. Small, good risk versus reward. If I'm wrong, oop, I didn't get in it, and I'm glad I didn't. I was too slow. Let's go. THAR tanking. I think it just halted down. Yeah, I'm definitely not trading. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I'm done for the morning. PTIX might still fail here, though. I'm not in it. I was too slow. And then by the time I went to enter, it was already in the 430s. So I was like, ooh, it's breaking highs. So this is where I wrap up. Good live stream, guys. Hope y'all have a good trading day. But the two plays I played at market open, PTIX flushed with the VWAP, got out pretty quick, but made pretty good on it. And THAR just halted down. So depending on where it opens, oh, bro, it says it's opening at 416. If that's true, now it's saying 424. If it opens at 424, I'll be very happy. So unrealized, I'm at 981, and my unrealized, depending on where THAR opens, is around 300 or 400. So it's a good note to end it on. But wish y'all the best trading the rest of the day. If y'all gonna be active, I'll be in the chat some, because most y'all that's close in the group know I took the in the Discord, know I took that promotion this week, but it doesn't kick in until September. So I'm still not working Thursdays and Fridays. So probably be a little bit more active in the chat today. But yeah, if y'all see any good alerts, please share it, and I will see y'all next time.